9:30 right now. Welcome back to CW Iowa Live. Lou and Jackie here, and our friends from the Greater Des Moines YMCA are in studio with us. We do have Ryan Amundson and Brock Leggins joining us right now because they got a lot happening over at the Y, Jackie.
That's right. We love talking about all the great activities that the Y does for our communities, great events going on, and we have a great event happening very soon.
That's right. This Saturday and Sunday we have our open house for our Athlete Performance Center. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. this Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, where is the Athlete Performance Center?
So it's within the Wellmark YMCA. So that's where we house all of our athlete high-end training out of. This is kind of our grand opening, if you will. We've started accepting athletes, but this will be our official jump into it with our Athlete Performance Center. So
what can people expect with this grand opening that's happening this
week?
week?
So it'll be a great time to meet Brock and his staff, get to see the type of equipment that are in there, ask questions. We have a whole list of programs that we'll be offering in addition to just training those athletes. So it'll be a great opportunity for them to come in and just see more than just a flyer or just hear us talking about it on the show. So ask questions in person and get to know a little bit more about the programs.
Wonderful. Now, Brock, you kind of mentioned this, perfect for athletes if they're wanting to up their game, but kind of for anybody, really.
To an extent. I mean, really, again, should be athletes aimed at some sort of performance end goal in mind.
Okay.
I mean, again, we've got some specific tools for, helping maximize those things. It's not just general exercise. I mean, we're going to sit down, we're going to figure out where are you at, what's your injury history, your training history, what are your goals, what do we need to do to get you there, and then, lay out a plan specifically designed to, again, maximize your performance within whatever sport that happens to be. We've got triathlon, we've got track and field, we've got basketball, again.
So what type of athletes are you specifically talking about?
Sure. Honestly, it's a very wide range. Like I said, we've got some track and field athletes, triathletes, basketball, swimming.
Competing at what level?
Well, and that's the thing. We've got high school kids. We've got collegiate athletes. We have one of our triathletes is masters mid-30s, but she's wanting to be very competitive at that level. So again, it's very wide ranging. It's not really restricted to just elite level performers or very low level. It's, we've got a wide spectrum. Myself and Tim, who will be joining me, and Jackie, we have very extensive experience working with athletes of varying ranges. We're not just pigeonholed into one area. So
now, Brock, you're the director of this new center. Can you kind of give us your background?
Sure. Did strength and conditioning and undergrad and masters at UNI, and then basically have worked with athletes ever since then, so about 10 or 11 years at this point. Again, athletes in football, rugby, golf, again, basketball, swimming.
Is there any one specialty that you have yourself?
I can't say I like to restrict myself to any one specialty. Like I said, you always have to just analyze the sport itself. You have to perform, as Dan Paff would call it, an ergonomic analysis of the sport, figure out what are the needs, and then go from there. And so that's kind of part of the fun is figuring out, okay, what do we need to do, again, to get this person where they need to go.
But very much individualized
on
what
absolutely.
they're needing.
Like I said, meeting it up to where that person is, meeting them where they are, and then getting them to that point. We don't just take a single program as soon as you walk in the door and say, okay, this is what we're going to do.
Well, I'm glad you said that, because there's some special equipment that you guys have as well to make sure that people can meet their goals. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So we've got some recovery tools. We've got cold tub, some Normatec boots, those sorts of things to help with recovery. We've got some treadmills. We also have access to everything that we offer at the YMCA downtown, so the 200-meter track upstairs, all the free weight equipment we have, all those sorts of things as well. So it's really a great facility in terms of everything that we have to offer. And then, like I said, on top of that, I think we have some top-notch coaching, which is really kind of the, what makes the difference.
Okay, Ryan, I want to go back to you real quickly because we were just talking here and you mentioned some high school athletes that might want to get involved in this. Why would a high school athlete want to say, I want to get this specialized training, I want to be at the top of my game here in the next few months? Why would they want to do something like that?
Yeah, good question. And a lot of that falls in line with a lot of these athletes are trying to take that next step. They have aspirations of being a D1 athlete in whatever sport they're pursuing. So, for example, a track athlete Brock's working with, if they may not just have aspirations of winning at the conference meet or winning at Drake Relays. They may want to get a scholarship and end up running Division I track somewhere.
And that can be applied for almost any sport that have athletic scholarships applied, don't they?
Absolutely, yeah. And I've got plenty of background, again, working with kids who were preparing for college, kids who maybe already had scholarships, but getting them ready so that when they show up on campus, they're prepared. They're not just showing up and getting thrown to the wolves. They're actually ready to go. but then also certainly working with kids over a period of time. You know, it's not 6 weeks, it's not 12 weeks, but it's months and years of work to get them ready and get them to that level that they want to get to.
So if they're starting now, we're getting to the beginning of April here in a couple of days. Do you think you could get them prepped enough for even maybe August to be in better shape?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a matter of, again, figuring out where they are and making sure that we sort of ease them into it to an extent that, again, we're not just throwing them in the deep end right off the bat. But absolutely, we can meet that, bridge that gap and get them ready to go. I certainly have plenty of experience doing that. So, yeah. Definitely.
Now, is there an additional cost if, let's say, you're already a Y member, but want to check something like this out? Is there an additional cost?
Yeah, there is an additional cost to it. Very similar to that of personal training, where you'd pay an extra fee to work with that trainer. We have just a one session would start at $55, and it builds all the way up to 20 sessions from $880 to $930, which, when you break that down, it's about $45 per session, which is hard to beat anywhere else.
How long is a typical session?
Again, it's hard to say. Generally, an hour, hour and a half. Again, some of them might end up being a little bit longer, dependent upon, again, who the athlete is, where they are in their training and so forth. And there may be certain parts of that too, where I can program that stuff out. Say, okay, you need to have this stuff done when we come in, so that we're ready to go. We can really get the meat and potatoes done, and then here are some things you can do on your own time as well. It just kind of depends.
So when you look at it like that, that
Yes.
is a great
Yeah,
cost.
it's actually a great deal when you actually break it down. A lot of people have sticker shock when they see that initial price,
Right.
and I totally get that. But when you break it down and you see what you're getting for that price, and then also you throw in the years of experience that Brock, Tim, and Jackie have, it makes it all that much more worth it, and you're getting so much for that additional cost and helping you take that next step as an athlete.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of athletes, what if there's a whole group of athletes that want to come out? Maybe an entire team wants to come out. Would they be able to participate as a group?
Absolutely. We do have some team rate options. With us, with that big pool coming into play, we've been talking to swim teams in the community and some football teams and all that wanting to come in. So we have a separate rate structure for teams that gives them a little bit of a price break, considering they're bringing in a bunch more athletes to work with us. So.
Right.
And a great opportunity to check it out is this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. So that open house from 10 to 2 on Saturday and Sunday. Come in, check out all the equipment, see those high-performance treadmills, check out the cold tub, and then the rest of the facility if you haven't seen it. We have one of the biggest YMCAs in the country. So come in, check out everything we have to offer.
Now, there's also another outing that's happening coming up, a golf outing as well, correct?
We have a golf clinic coming up. Clinic that Tim,
Well, I like to call
one
it
of our
an outing.
trainers, will be
Because
hosting.
people are getting antsy. The weather it already broke.
Eventually, it'll be nice.
Yeah, it already broke. You see people on the golf courses, but this is where people can, if you're a golfer, and there's a lot of them out there watching right now, this can really benefit.
Exactly. May 4th, we'll have that over the lunch hour from noon to 1.
Oh, nice.
We could take as many as 20 golfers. At that point, we would add another
so
trainer
sign
to
up
it.
quick.
Yes, so there is a cap to the amount of people we can accept, and that's very important. I'd hate to have somebody show up day of and be number 21.
Right.
But yeah, Tim, who will be leading this, has a lot of experience working with golfers, and some of the pro golfers in the area he's worked with as well. So great opportunity for people to come in and check out that if you are a golfer.
I like the golf injury prevention.
Yes.
Because people think that's a joke, but it's not, because you can really hurt yourself golfing your back.
He focuses a lot on core strength and stability and how to properly swing and set all that sort of things up. So that $45, I believe, is the member cost for that. Still one of those great costs for what you're getting programs that we have.
Yeah, it's a lot less than a chiropractor.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Save you in the long run.
Put things in perspective here.
Right.
All right, so if people want to get more information on all this stuff, where should they go?
DMYMCA/athlete.
That
All right.
works.
Easy
All right.
enough. Go out this weekend and check out the new place.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you very
Should
much.
be great. Thank you. It is 9:39 right now, and we will be right back. When we return, it'll be time for totally serious news, including a story about lottery tickets with a warning. Have you heard about this? Well, they're going to try it somewhere. We'll talk about that when we return.